What is up, my brethren, and welcome back to another episode of Spirit Hunter Deathmark. I said that weird, didn't I? Welcome back to another episode of Spirit Hunter Deathmark. How you all been, everybody? It's been quite a bit since you've seen me on this game last. Well, mainly because I had to take a little break from this game, because the last episode really got me messed up. But other than that, I kind of just been busy. I've been tired lately, and one thing that I was gonna mention later on this video, in this video anyway, is that I kind of have been feeling not too well lately. Mainly in my throat department. I guess something's going on. I don't know how I sound to you guys right now, but at the moment I feel kind of low, or like I can't fully get out the voice I want to do. So I kind of took a few days off to just see what was going on, and while nothing really has changed, I mean, it hasn't affected me in my own personal life. I still do my job fine, which requires me to be talking a lot. So I still do my job fine. I talk to people fine. I don't really see anything that's different about it. It's just how I feel. It's just how it feels, and it feels like it's annoying. Like something's constantly stuck in the back of my throat, and I can't get rid of it. But hey, you know what? It doesn't hurt. And it's not affecting me in any kind of way, any too bad of a way, so, you know what, it is what it is. But, for the sake of it, in this video, and maybe another video, and maybe for the next couple episodes, I'm going to do my best to not really strain my voice too much. And so, for the next couple of videos, I think I'm just gonna do voices that I know I can do pretty easily, and that don't cause too much to strain my voice. Or if not, I might just do the whole video in my own voice. So we'll see, but we'll see how I feel. Anyway, last time we were here on Deathmark, man, we were on our way to figuring out the whole Shimio situation and seeing if we can get our curses off of us, off our marks off of us. Curses. Sorry, I got JJK on the mind. Seeing that we got our death marks off us, and we did eventually manage to quell Shimio, but it seems like I got the bad ending once again, because with it came the death of Xiao. Yeah, with it came the death of Xiao. R.I.P. to that man. R.I.P. to Xiao Nagashima. He is supposedly dead, so yeah, he's supposed to be dead. That's what it's supposed to be. Who knows? I'm sure he's dead. And then we have we also met Christy Arimura, who was also there during the whole Shimio and the forest situation, but apparently after defeating Shimio, her mark did not disappear either. So the spirit of Shimio was not the spirit that gave her. Oh, did you see that? It changed the. Was that tripping or? Her whole thing, like her face changed, right? I wasn't. Oh, look at that! It did change. Look at that! Wow, I didn't even know. Damn, I didn't know I could do that. Well, anyway, and Mashita left as well. He said he was done. He, he got a second mark from Shimio, and man, he survived this one. So it is what it is. Now, it's just me and Christy here on the mansion left, and well, we're gonna see what we can do. It's nearly dawn. I better get some rest. Use talk to continue to the next chapter. Are you retiring to bed? Yeah. Good night. There's something else to do, so let's get to the next chapter then. Shimio. End. And chapter 2. Man. It's been 3 days since Shimio's defeat. Mashita has left, only leaving Christy and I at the mansion. We've not had any new mark bearers arrive. Not any new info on any spirits. Death's footsteps keeps drawing closer. Good work, Lady Christie and Lord Yashiki. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hoped, but... I see. Lady Saya's study seems the optimal to contain something of interest. And Christy and I just finished investigating Saya Kujo's study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit. Nothing mentioned the mark at all. Oh god, okay, here we go. First test. Hey, Mr. Yashiki. I don't think so. I don't need a shit. Don't you guys use the key shrine in the mansion? You have any other ideas then? Well, remember what I said about H shrine? Yeah. Right, of course you would. I was thinking, maybe the shrine is connected to all the spirit stuff. That's why Shimio's note said, right? Everything's happening in the forest is divine wrath of H shrine. Then you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of the divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of wrath of gods. Isn't there value in looking into it? Maybe. I mean, exactly what I expect from you. Always so quick on the uptake. Christy is brilliant with confidence. She seems in much of a better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she really likes. Maybe this is what she's really like. So, Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? It is true many unpleasant rumors surround that forest. If the cause is H Shrine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? Christy and I don't have spiritual powers. In that case, could you bring me along with you to H Shrine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? Yes, in truth, it enshrines the guardian deity of the Kujo family. Over the generations, the heads have taken care of the shrine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Then bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? As it is impossible for you to walk, I would agree with that assessment. I am sorry to inconvenience you. I mean, hey, you're willing to act as a guide in the overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. You look worn out and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. That's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. Alright, fuck it. Oh yeah, you have to be my partner. Alright, let's go. Fuck it. Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, have you read the files over there? The files? She points to the right side of the room and shelves packed with files. Not yet. I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in H City and the surrounding area. Was Miss Kujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I can tell. They're all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the file back. Alright, should we head out soon? Yeah, might as well. Since I'm the only one that knows how to drive, apparently. I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the familiar arch. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. Oh, Mary. God, Mary, that was so crazy. I am very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been outside in a long time, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman, this is a very precious experience. Okay, Mary. She sounds just this passionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it is just as the rumors say. This forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Simply their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. And here we are. We reach the old Torii gate with no problem. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. They seem to be sleeping. It is most Jesus, Mary. It is most likely because Shimio is now gone. H shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk towards the gate. A small black shadow flits across our feet. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Yoshiki. You are correct. It is very cute. That's what we talked about. The rabbit stares at us and stares up at the two of us. Then disappears towards the shrine. What in the world was that? What do you think, Mary? God damn, Mary. I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit too. Indeed. Though it does not appear strong enough to give marks to humans, we know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. We follow the rabbit under the Torii gate and up the stone steps. Whoa. At the top, we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this H shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected. That black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't have to stay here long. Alright. Oh, I can go back. Look at that. Let's take a look around the shrine. Yeah, I was like, why would I why would I go? Headless Buddha statues are buried in the ground. Creepy. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. Nothing else, right? Yeah. There's a sacred Shimenawa? There's a sacred Shimenawa rope on a ragged boulder. I wonder if that boulder is in Iwakura. What's that? According to ancient Shinto tradition, it's a sacred rock that a god descended on. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. It's a wooden shrine altar. A clouded old mirror serves as the Go Shintai. Looks like it's true that no one's taken care of this place for a long time. I peek inside the altar, just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The Go Shintai's outside and the altar's empty. That's concerning. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statues concern me. Why are all the ones within the shrine missing their heads? Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. H shrine was much the same, but in the Meiji period, there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. extremists stole the Buddha statues from shrines and desecrated them. Oh, the famous anti-Buddhist movement. So this is where that happened? No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Cujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems that all the broken statues from around H City were buried here. Strange. You said they were worshipped, but this was just pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Lord Yoshiki. The shrine was subsequently dug up and the statues were stolen. So they came all the way into this huge forest to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard that they were stolen 50 years ago, around the time of the war. So the statues were broken, thrown away, and then dug up. They say the Buddha has a wealth of patience, but even he got angry. Could that anger have been turned into divine wrath and given birth to the market spirits? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? About that. This land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It is hard to sense beneath it. So, too much background noise, right? Yes, although I do sense the same presence as Lady Christie's mark, however faint. I am sure the spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest. So after all that, we were only able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me, I was unable to... You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sensed. Low-key, I agree. Let's go. This forest gives me bad... The forest gives me bad vibes. We leave H Shrine, walking down the beast trail towards the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of the strange tale, but for some reason, I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. Okay, at least we made it to the car. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted. I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further prodding, Christy starts in on her theory, passion evident in her voice. I believe Shimiya was right. H Shrine is definitely what's causing all this strange stuff in the forest. I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Don't you agree? I wonder. It feels like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or the other. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest. Between all the suicides and Shimiya wandering around, it couldn't just be coincidence, could it? If we research the shrine, we might be able to learn more about the mark. I feel that's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit. Don't you think? You might be right. My replies are half-hearted, which isn't what Christy was hoping for, so she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles. Lord Yoshiki, please stop the car. Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by. Oh shit. Where do we stop? Following Mary's request, I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of H City. Christy and I step out of the car. Oh shit, our mark is going off too. My mark is suddenly scalding. Is something nearby? Look, someone's over there. Whoa. A small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why is a kid outside at this time of night? Thank you for bringing me out here this late at night, Ita. Ita. I got to talk about Hanayomi. Oh yeah? Glad to hear it. Oh, whoa. A rather round young man appears, stepping out of the shadows. You got your question. You got your question answered, Suzu? Yeah, it's okay now. Hanayomi sure is amazing, though. She knows where everything is. You got that right. You got that right. I mean, no, hell no. I don't know to give this man the voice. Fuck. Help me find my limited edition Love and Hero phone strap I dropped. What's Love and Hero? What? You don't know? They're a popular idol group here. They've been all over the TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. TV's restricted at home. Mom says it rots your brain. Oh, Ata, is the bus coming soon? Oh, the last bus is on its way. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out. Yeah. We watched from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. The pain from my scar is suddenly gone. Hey, Christy, what do you think? I turn, but Christy isn't there. Yeah, I was like, yeah, Christy got the right idea. Because, hell no. Hey, you there, just how do you know that girl? Depending on your answer, I'll report you for child abduction. Jesus. Oh, there goes Christy, hounding the poor guy. Just calm down. I try to placate her, but she won't budge. Placate her. The man stumbles over his words. He looks flustered and overwhelmed. Hey, lady, don't be mean to Ata. The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glares at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. I asked him to help me, okay? I wanted to talk to Hanayomi, so I had him come with me. Who's this Hanayomi you keep mentioning? A ghost who helps find... what? A ghost? People say that you can talk to her from the telephone box. A ghost, huh? A ghost, huh? She looked at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier, the mark was hurting, so maybe... You guys look serious. What's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? I show him the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on. What is this? That looks exactly like mine. He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. It's that cursed scar, yeah? I saw an article on the OOP Arts Monthly. Or Oop Arts. Oop Arts. They say it causes amnesia, even kills you, but that's nonsense. It's not true, right? Right? It sounds like you heard the same rumor, but chose not to do anything about it. There's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe that it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable. Oh, you got one too? No. I've got one of those too. It showed up on my left wrist when I made that phone call earlier. Pulling up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. They both have the mark, and after calling Hanayomi, it's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave them here. Let's bring them back to the mansion. We tell them what's going on and ask them to go to Kujo Mansion with us. It surprisingly doesn't take much to get them to come. I thought it'd take more convincing. Could partially be because they missed the last bus while talking to us. Before they climb in, I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. They're gonna talk to her eventually. So whatever you think. Another two more mark bearers, huh? First, we introduce ourselves. The man's name is Ata Nakamatsu. The girl is Suzu Morimiya. They tell us that they met through the readers column in Oops Art Monthly. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Hanayomi, and Eita told her what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumored telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. Her mother keeps a close eye on her after school, and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. Oh, whoa. Hanayomi isn't just as famous as my school as Hanahiko is. Hey, Eita, please tell him about those rumors. Do I have to? Okay, fine. Eita reluctantly tells us about Suzu's request. They're just rumors I read, but... Hanayomi. Loki, this is the girl from the trailer. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box, the phone box in H City? There's a ghost that looks like a bride, and she'll find whatever you're looking for. One of my friends actually tried it. He went to the specific phone box that lets you talk with ghosts. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone, but all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. He stayed on the line until... Did you see it? He heard a woman whisper, so he did what the rumor said to do and said, "No, I haven't seen it." Then she said, "What do you want to see?" His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. I want to go ask her where my future bride is now. Oh, want to come with me? That's weird. Is the whole adventure gonna be centered around that phone book? There. I carry Mary from the car and gently place her back on the sofa. Thank you very much. Being in your arms is not bad, but I am most calm where I am here. When I am here. The doll really talked. I can't say I expected that. Does that mean all the stuff about the mark is true too? On the way over, we updated Suzu and Eita, but with just about all that they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. It seems like Eita in particular has already experienced some memory loss. Something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Cruzy looked at him strange, but he appeared to be taking it quite seriously. And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed the rumors about Hanayomi. They both believed in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also really curious about Hanayomi. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Eita, they are likely from Hanayomi. And Lady Christie, the feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs, so we can assume Hanayomi also gave you that mark. Do you recall encountering her? Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest, I stepped into the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box at the rest area is also in the rumors of Hanayomi. But I didn't pick it up. It creeped me out, so I left. I wasn't able to give that person one final call because of that. Who are you talking about? It's not for children to know. Fine. So there are other phone boxes like this? I think. There are 3 that Hanayomi will call from. The one we went to in the A Highway parking lot is one. And one is at Team Mountain Rest area. That's the one Miss Christie went to. And, Eita, where's the last one? At the park by T apartment complex. There's only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Don't know. The BBS I read didn't say.
Mister, do you really think that Hanayomi is the one who gave us the marks?
Yeah, most likely.
But the rumors about Hanayomi go back 5 years, and no one's ever mentioned that if you call her, you'll get a mark.
Suzu's right. Rumors about this marks thing only popped up super recently.
So you're saying Hanayomi hasn't always been giving out the mark?
If that's true, I wonder what triggered the change. Of course, I can't really say seeing I don't know anything about spirits.
A ghost helping people find what they're looking for. That's pretty strange.
Definitely the definition of ghost story.
Hey, Mr. Yoshiki, if those rumors are true, why don't we try asking where the stolen statues are? If we return them to their places, it might just save our lives.
Search for the Buddha statues. If Christie's right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit.
Mary, what do you think? A good question. Objects with human forms are obviously able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls, there are many examples. Historical statues of gods and Buddhas would certainly be no exception. Asking Hanayomi about them would be a good idea.
So since the doll before our eyes that has the inexplicable power to talk, maybe it wouldn't be strange that Buddha statues could bring down divine wrath.
Right. Lord Yoshiki, may I add, as I explained previously, your mark is different from the others. Vanquishing spirits seems to weaken your mark's power.
It's been several days since you told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we encountered is likely how I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say?
I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and Hanayomi is, but it is true that it is in your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide these mark bearers this evening as well.
I can't really picture Christy and Ada facing off against spirits by themselves. If they failed, then a child will suffer the deadly consequences. That will weigh heavily on me. No turning back. I'll figure something out.
Thank you.
Mary bows her head slightly.
Now, you should begin investigating Hanayomi. Why does she only call from 3 public phones within each city? Her secret may lie in the answer. You visited the parking lot already. Please investigate T Mountain in the park by T apartment complex.
Oh crap. I don't know, man. Low key, none of them are. I don't want to bring a little girl to do this, bro. I don't want to see a little girl die. Not again. I mean, Molly wasn't a little girl, but she was still a kid, I think. Yeah, like a high schooler, I think. Or like a middle schooler, one of the two. But yeah, that's a kid still, so I don't want to get another one killed. But low-key, Christy and Eita don't look like they would help do much in the hell situations. Well, I guess you have no choice. Let's see. Hanayomi. Rumors of Hanayomi. With the end of the 90s, online infrastructure had advanced the popularity of a certain widely used BBS. Hanayomi is an urban legend that sprung up from that BBS. It goes as following. Centers and telephone booths in H City will let you talk to ghosts. If you go inside one and wait, the phone will suddenly ring. Pick it up and you'll hear a strange lip-smacking noise. A woman will ask, "Have you seen it?" Rumors say you're supposed to reply with, "I haven't seen it." She'll respond with, "What do you want to see?" Someone actually followed the instructions and was able to find a missing pet. What a strange tale. A lot of people are interested in this ghost, wanting to find things for people who become lost, but not a single one has ever mentioned getting a mark from her. But the circumstances seem to imply this spirit gave the mark to Eita and Suzu. Plus, why is this spirit called a bride? If she appears as a bride, then someone must have seen her. The first phone box. 3 phone boxes in H City let you speak with a ghost. One seems to be the one Eita and Suzu used. It shouldn't take long to reach the other 2 by car. I'm concerned about the statues stolen from H Shrine too. If Hanayomi really can tell us where they are, they would save us a lot of time. There's only one way to find out. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, a gutsy girl and a timid nerd. I don't know, man. How about we just bring her? Just for now, Suzu. Because I have a feeling.
Lord Eita, Lady Suzu, and Lady Christie. Hanayomi is like the one that gave all of them their marks. Please visit to one of the public phones the rumors says Hanayomi calls. You may have seen a clue regarding the key that will end the grudge.
Yep. Alright, Suzu, let's go. Let's go to the park. I see a small park tucked between all the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep.
I'm sure that's a telephone booth from the rumors.
A rumor says the phone is supposed to ring if you wait by it for a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count.
Yeah, I think you're right. When I called her, it didn't ring until I went inside.
But the booth is too small for 2 people. Either I or Suzu will have to go in.
Should I go in?
No, I'll go in. I can't stand around and make a kid do this. You're a good buddy. You're a good friend. You're a good man, Kazuo. It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be a sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I'm in here. The clouded glass makes it hard to see the outside. That just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Young woman kidnapped. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you were a witness to this crime, please notify the police, MPD. This is dated 5 years ago. Looks like something terrible happened here. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Ugh, you hear that? Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Crunching, smacking, like the sound of saliva as someone chews. Oh, you hear this? Did you see it? And tugged in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this Hanayomi? Did you see it? She asked a second time. The rumors mentioned that I should say, I haven't seen it. Very seriously, I say, I haven't seen it. What do you want to see? It's going exactly as the rumor said. Hanayomi is supposed to tell you the location of whatever you're looking for. Chrissy told me to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. I'll give it a try.
Buddha statues. Lord Buddha. Doesn't your arm already have the mark of the Buddha on it? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Why are you doing that? Tell me. Well, tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
Oh, hell no. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell... Oh, no. Tell me! line goes dead. The woman's scream is still ringing in my ears. I feel sick. It must have been because of my brush with the blood curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different from when the others asked? The mark on my arm burns dully, like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. And she did say something about to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or is this mark really the work of divine wrath from the Buddha statues? I wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point in staying in here. As soon as I leave the booth, Suzu comes up to me. You don't look good. Did something happen in there? I tell Suzu about my conversation with Hanayomi. I wonder what's going on. She answered my question, okay? Suzu's brows furrowed in confusion. Do you want to see about the other telephone box? Maybe some clues are there. Or you can try one more time here. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is at Teen Mountain Rest Area in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. That's weird. I wonder what it really was. Yeah, let's go back to the mansion, I guess. I tell Mary about what happened at the phone box. You say Hanayomi acted strangely. She called the spirit that cursed you with your mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw, but from what you said, she will likely not respond to your question. That does not mean she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to obtain as much information as you can. That helps. Alright, how about we take, let's take Eita. Oh, buddy, I can tell you're a pervert. I can tell you're a pervert. The rest area. The phone booth stands solitarily at the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stand behind it. Christy must have run into the forest after she heard the phone ring. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. It doesn't seem to bother Eita. He's only paying attention to the phone box. That's gotta be the booth from the rumors mentioned. Something about it just feels off, like everything is telling me this is it. Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Hanayomi hung up on me. I followed the rumors exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratched my head. Don't adhere to the gossip, defy it. Suddenly I hear that strange voice again. Gossip. In other words, the rumors. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Eita, go back to the car. There's something I want to try, but it might end up backfiring on me. Okay, make sure you come back. I can't drive, so... Really? Oh, right, wait a sec. Eita puffs out his chest and holds his index finger up. I got some good info from the BBS. I guess Hanayomi has this weird fixation on eyes. If something goes wrong, just remember that. Huh? So, what are you telling me to do? I'm not really sure either. Anyway, just avoid saying I and things like that. Don't talk about myself? No, I mean EYE, as in eyeball. Oh, and just in case, don't mention words that have the sound that had the sound either. There's a limit to unreliability. Like, oh my god, useless. I'll keep it in mind. Eita returns to the car. I step inside and wait for the phone to ring. There's a poster in the booth too. Just like the one at the park, this looks like it's been here for a few years. Help our investigation. On the night of 2/8/1990X, in a assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info on this case, please notify H Police Department. February 8th, 5 years ago. 5 years ago. I think the poster I saw in the park had the exact same date. Coincidence? Ah, shit. Here we go. The phone rings. I grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. I hear a noise like someone chewing gum from the other side, from the other end of the phone. An icy cold voice speaks. Did you see it? I saw it. Oh shit! You saw, didn't you? You saw that thing of me! The voice cuts off. Oh! Something outside collides violently with the glass of the booth, but I can't see it. Ah, shit. Live or die. Tell me, how did you see it? With your own eyes? Or eyeglasses? A telescope? I can't... a telescope. Okay, safe. Okay, I guess don't say nothing with... Don't say anything that has an eye in it. It sounds like something searching around outside the phone box. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color. Red, pink, green. I don't know. Most likely green? Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Your dreams? Romance? Love? Which do you choose? Definitely my dreams. Wrong! Well, we're dead. Suddenly the phone goes dead. As someone knocks on the glass door. Is something wrong? Are you okay? Is that a stranger passing by? I guess they're wondering what's going on with me. It's a relief to hear a normal person's voice. Yeah, sorry, it's nothing really. Oh shit! As I'm turning around, I feel the door to the booth violently fly open. Two dark, shadowy arms are the last things that my eyes see. The image burned into my retinas. Fuck, well... Alright, I didn't know what else, like... Okay, so after I thought about it a bit, and after getting another confirmation by Eita, yeah, I think the other... I just have to avoid saying I. The word I. Nothing that has the word I in it, in those options. Just don't pick it. Whichever one doesn't have it, pick it. Because it worked for telescope, and I'm assuming it was with the colors. I think it was red. I think maybe pink, and there was, and like maybe there was definitely green or something like that, or something like that. But I'm pretty sure pink is the right option, and then the last one I don't remember the other options, but let's see. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color. Red, pink, green. Let's see. I think it was red. Most likely. Yeah, it's a most likely. Yeah, so maybe pink. Say yes, okay, that's what I thought it was.
You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Your dreams, romance, love?
Let's see. Definitely my dreams. Romance is great. I think romance is great. Okay, there we go. Woo! Nice. Thank you, Jesus. The phone goes dead. The next thing I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. The questions she asked me were strange. She was particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answers. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where her secret lies. I exit the booth and Eita rushes up to me. Did something happen? My marker all of a sudden. I tell Eita about what happened in the telephone booth. Man, it beats me. Because there's no way I guess there's no way he'd have the answer. Oh hey, something's on the ground there. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying near the booth. Looks like a piece of stationery. I don't think it was there before I went into the phone box. I pick up the paper and open it. To Psycho. I'll dispel all of your heartache, so forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. An incident? The posters I saw in the telephone booth mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? I ask Eita what they think. I don't know. I don't think he's considering it seriously. Anyway, we visited all 3 boxes now. Want to head back? I bet Sue's worried about us. Yeah. We should probably head back for now. The 3rd phone box. Weird. Oh, that's not what I meant. In the booth is a poster looking for an info on a crime that happened nearby. The phone rings while I'm distracted, just like the rumors. When I pick up a woman answers, smacking her lips, but I can't get info on the status from her. For some reason, she's behaving different from what we were told to expect. There's one more telephone booth. We better check it out too. Hanayomi's acting even more stranger than before. She seems anxious about being seen, or eyes in general. It's impossible to be sure since it's only over the phone. Plus the note we found outside the booth is disconcerting. Concerning. To Seiko, it'll dispel all your heartache, so forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. Yeah, this is weird. Oh, I guess let's just go back to the mansion then. Oh, welcome back. Chrissy is in the garage. She's going through the files full of articles on criminal cases. How did the investigation go? Okay, I guess. Eita and I tell Chrissy what we discovered. I see. I can see Chrissy's mind working. Hey, Mr. Yoshiki, you know those posters in the bit of stationery you found, right? They could be linked to Hanayomi. She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then she glances over at the files. The dates were 5 years ago, right? Then there might be an article on what happened here in these files. Let's get Suzu to help out too. Get a move on. Oh, pushy. All 4 of us began to read through files. The clippings range from the smallest disputes to the most heinous crimes in H City. But they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while, I might have found it. It's from 5 years ago in February. The victim's name is Psycho. Eita lays a file out on the desk and we all peer at it. The file has articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Saiko Hasegawa. Apparently she committed suicide in the forest by H Castle on the eve of her wedding. She was in her dress when she was found. Suzu, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad.
Thanks, Eita, but I want to know more about Hanayomi. I feel like I need to do this.
She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age.
I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor.
Christy mutters just loud enough to hear. Then do you know the whole story?
It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when it chased after them.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Saiko Hasegawa's misfortune.
Eita somberly cuts in. Oh, his usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if they didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christy?
Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of that, Miss Saiko had a mental breakdown, and in the end, she hung herself.
Damn.
She'd been a serious, honest woman, so she just couldn't bear it.
The cruel fate of a woman attacked by her before her wedding. We fall silent as the reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale.
Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayomi's phone boxes? According to the article, the incident that wrecked her life took place near each phone box. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near the parking lot by a highway. The phone booths connect Hanayomi and Saiko Hasegawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So, that note we found by the telephone booth, did Saiko's fiance write it? Most likely. What's strange is it was there, and not where she committed suicide. Did Hanayomi put it there? Maybe she was telling us something.
I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then the note is an important clue for us.
I seem to recall Miss Saiko's fiance was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic, and the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well.
Where's the fiance now?
Well, he began acting strange due to the shock and then went missing. Some say her suicide was to follow him.
But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounded like a lot of the culprits went missing too. Yeah. You hear about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs.
Hubs? Like pre-internet chat rooms?
Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. There was one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things like taking pictures and all that.
And I bet those were pictures of the assault.
Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out and took pictures of her. Her face soaked with tears. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look, don't look."
Don't look, huh? Hanayomi has an extreme reaction to being seen by others.
He kept going on about it night after night until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die, but it's still really creepy, you know?
Suddenly, a line from the note popped into my head. I'll dispel all of your heartache.
Hey, Christy, do you happen to know exactly where in the forest Saiko killed herself?
I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to the location, but that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from that big arch of the entrance. So you're really going to go? Yeah, we might be able to figure out something about Hanayomi.
Okay, though I much prefer to stay here. No, yeah, no shock there. Gathering info to mansion other. I mean, yeah, I doubt anyone will want to go. The garage shelves contain files on accidents and crimes within the H City, from decades old to just a few years ago. We all search through them and find a case with a victim named Saiko Hasegawa, the person mentioned in the note. The details of her cases are sickening. The victim was abducted by a group as she was walking her dog in the forest while awaiting her wedding day. She was found by a phone booth along the highway the next day, but that's not all. The culprits photographed the assault and blackmailed her fiancé with the photos for money. A few days later, all the stress caused her to kill herself. Her fiancé went missing afterward, with people believing he also committed suicide. Christy investigated the case back then. She says the fiancé was a famous musician. To Saiko, I'll dispel all your heartache. Those words bother me, but there's something else too, and that's the fact that the culprit also went missing after she died. This ghastly case is still unable to gain full closure. The phone box that guided us to this case, the fact that the woman who hung herself wore a wedding dress, the connections to the forest by her H castle. The other mark bearers won't like it, but we need to go back to the forest. But why am I so sure of that? I mean, after 2 of these, I feel like you should have a little bit more semblance of what we need to be doing. I tell Mary about Saiko Hasegawa.
What a sad woman. Her grudge against the world turned her into Hanayomi. If this is indeed the case, you may find a clue in the forest where she committed suicide.
And going back to that forest again, but you know what? I think for today I'm gonna stop. Sadly, I'm running out of time, so we'll see how it goes. Man, it's almost been pretty much a week. Almost pretty much a week since you last seen me. But hey, you know it is what it is. So next time when we come back, we'll go up into the forest and see if we can find out about Saiko Hasegawa. See what really happened when she took her life. But until then, man, fucking game, bro. I swear to God. But until then, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. You all know what to do. Hit the bell so you're notified when I drop new videos. And check out all my socials. Link description down below. And with that being said, I'm Vamp Knight. And I'll catch you guys next time for another episode of Spirit Hunter Deathmark. Peace.